Alright, we got standard Cat 6 Ethernet cable here. Pair of crimpers right here, they say strip on them. Go ahead and put it right in there, about 1.5 to 2 inches down. Spin it around a little bit, get a good cut on it. Make sure you don't cut your wires. I like to take a pair of scissors, a little string in here. Simply just cut that guy out. And then we'll fold out all of our wires. These are 4 pair wires, so there's a pair here, a pair here, and a pair here, and a pair here. We've pulled, this one's got a little white center in it, just a little plastic piece, keeps all the wires straight. I like to cut it as close down to the base as possible, and then I'll fold these guys back up and push my shielding back up on the wires, make sure they're protected. Flatten it back out into an X, and then we're going to unravel our orange pair. Orange pair has orange, white, and orange in it. Our green pair, which is green, white, and green. Go ahead and straighten all of them out. And then our blue pair, which is blue, white, and blue in this section. And then lastly, our brown pair, which is brown, white, and brown. Straighten all the legs out. And then something really cool on the crimpers right here, you've got B pattern on top, A pattern on bottom, and then the easiest way to look at it is you've got your orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. So we're going to follow that pattern on here. We've got orange, white right here. We're going to pull the orange. So orange, white, orange. Then our green, white comes next. And we got blue. And then our blue, white. And then our green. And then we'll flip these two, and that makes brown, white, brown. So we got orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. And then I take these guys, pinch them between my thumb and my pointer finger. Put these all together so they're all closely put together. Make sure you don't get any of your color order mixed up in that process. And what I do is I like to straighten all these guys out. Make them into a straight section. And then we got our pairs, orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. Then we can take our crimpers, and on here it says cut. We can use that to cut it a little bit of the ways down. And I always suggest just make sure you get a good cut on it, because it's got to still fit in an RJ. So this right here is an RJ45. It's got a clip on one side right there. Your clip is always going to face down or away from you. And you want this non-clip side to be the main side. So from left to right, you're going to have your orange, white over here and your brown ending over here. So we go ahead and slide this guy in here. All right. Nice and snug in there. I always like to make sure that my pins are pushed up in the very front. It's kind of hard to see. But just make sure you can see copper through the front of the RJ plug. And then your white little shielding just sits right in there. That part will get crimped down on that to ensure that it gets a nice good fit. So we got orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. Right here we've got the wider hole on the crimpers. We'll go ahead and put this in here. All you got to do is pull it together, and it'll push all your pins in, and you've got a Cat 6 end on there. Alright, now we're going to be working on terminating into a keystone jack, which is this guy right here. You're going to be utilizing the B pair, which is the bottom on each side. Each side is color coded. So we'll go ahead and strip our wire. About 1.5 to 2 inches down on there. Fold it. A little string in there as well. We can go ahead and cut that guy out. No need for that. Then we'll take our wires and fan them out. You got your green pair, your brown pair, your blue pair, and your orange pair. What I do is there's a little piece of plastic in some of these Ethernet cables. You go ahead and pull your wire down a little bit more and then cut it as close to the base as possible. Make sure not to cut your wires. And you take this guy, fold them back up, and then I just push the shielding a little bit back up to push that plastic back inside. And then I refan them out into an X shape. And then we look on here, we've got blue, white on the outside. This is your main piece that enters. So you want that facing away from you. You got blue pair and orange pair next to each other. So we got blue pair and orange pair next to each other. And then we got the green pair and the brown pair next to each other. So we got green pair and brown pair next to each other. So just like that. And then we go ahead and can untwist our wires. Go ahead and straighten them out. Makes it a little bit easier. Alright, so if we look on the green and brown side, which is right here, we got green, white that comes first on there. Then it's green afterwards. And then it's brown, white. And then brown. And then on this side, we've got blue, white that comes first on there. Then we got blue. And then we've got orange, white. And then orange. So what I take and then I fold them like this. Make sure you know which way is going forward. This is going to be facing away from you is the keystone jack hole. So you got green coming first on this side, on the right hand side, and then you got blue coming first on your left hand side. So we want to make sure we flip our wire. And what I like to do is move these guys out of the way, at least on one of the sides. Gives me a good starting point. And I go ahead and push that down in there, and then I got my green, white on this side, and then we just follow it from there. I go one side at a time, so green, and then we got our brown, white, and we got our brown. And then we've got our blue on the left side, orange, white, orange. And then if you notice that shielding is pressed just a little bit in there, and that'll help us in the end. So what we can do is take our crimpers, and then this little clip on here will face down. So we go ahead and slide this guy in here. And what this does is this will push the wires deeper in, and then as well as cut any excess on it. So we go ahead and do it like this. Cuts all the ends for us. One more just for good measure. And then if we look on here, we're supposed to have blue, white, blue, orange, white, orange, which we do. Then on this side, we've got green, white, green, brown, white, brown, following our B pattern. All right, and then you take one of these little covers. There's a little cutout right there, a little notch. Compared to the other side, it's just a flat rectangle on there. And you make sure the cutout end is facing towards the wire where the wire comes out of it. And just clamp it down. And then you've got a keystone jack, and any pre-made end can simply plug into there, and it'll transfer through.